everyone, my name is Dulan and Fandialan from St. Jean Dasa. So for today, my advocacy speech is all about save the environment. Advocacy is about influencing people, policy, structure, and system in order to bring about change. It is about communicating with those in power and persuading them to act in more just and equitable ways. At the core, it is about building relationships. It is about tackling the root causes of poverty and promoting justice. Advocacy involves action and process that can complete order development work. It is a critical in relation to environmental issue because many environmental problems cannot simply be addressed by good development practice with communities. If a community is suffering because of environmental pollution by a local factory, it may be appropriate to address the problem through advocacy work. Advocacy at the local level would involve influencing the decision makers in the factory through showing them the impact of the pollution and asking them to stop the pollution. This can be done positively by the health benefits of no pollution. It is a part of the mission of the church to carry out advocacy. Truth speaking out against injustice, defending the cause of poor people, holding those in power to account, empowering people to speak out of themselves, tackles root cause of poverty and injustice, and brings long-term change, sees people as agents of change in their own communities, can help to generate more source to development work, can change power structure and system of injustice. The world created by a dream is being destroyed. Back then, the forest was full of riches, full of animals that are shifting freely, but everything is vanishing. Why did you put an end to it? Then the water is clear like a mirror. The sky, the air is fresh that can breathe without any hesitation if you inhale it, and the forests are thick. The mountains are soaring, but everything changed. It change. Is this the dream mankind wants? The world created by a dream is destroyed because worthless. Wild animals that once were free lost their homes because of our recklessness. The air that is fresh before is unpitched, black as a clean coal pit that we should have breathed today without any hesitations. The land can bear to grow wet either all the forms of water, not a single fish can it provides all of this is of our hands. Because of us storms became a fierce, the earth begins to heat up, the volcanoes became mad at us. The humanity is at the just Mother Earth abandoned us, but there's a way to restore what we are used to. A home that used to have thick forests and soaring mountains, and the water as clear and we can drink it. That air you can breathe without any hesitation because it's fresh. The scares from destruction we cause to this world is still fresh, but there is plenty of time for it to grow. We will be the instrument for the change to bring back our world. We young people will be the fulfillment to the dream of our forefathers. For every little thing to contribute, we leave a mark that will remind you that there was a time became a part of the dream. To bring back the past of our environment. Environment is the surrounding in which we live. It is the source of life. Our whole life is dependent to the environment. It directs our life and determines our proper growth and development. Good or bad quality of social life depends on the quality of our natural environment, the need of human being for good water, shelter, and other things depends on the environment around us. There is a balanced natural cycle exists between environment and lives of human being, plants, animals. Human society is playing vital role in degenerating the natural environment, which in turn negatively affects the lives on this planet. All the human action in this modern world directly impact the whole ecosystem. All the action have brought a big change in this planet, which resulted in many environmental problems, increased demands of technologies, and industry in the modern time impacts the nature. The increased invention of the new technologies has changed the interaction of people with environment, which permits more population to grow. The indiscriminate use of environment is the root of ecological crisis. Such continuous increase in the technologies and human behavior are correspondingly very serious. Such amazing technologies have become the reason of economic growth. In 20th century, how it have dramatically affects the natural resources. Some of the environmental problems are rapid growth in world population, deteriorating natural resources, diminishing forests and wetlands, erosion of soil and coral reefs, depleting underground water, regular shortage of fresh drinking water, vanishing plants. Some other issues are loss of biodiversity, rapid extinction of some important animals, spice collapse of fisheries, rising air and water pollution, rise in atmospheric temperature, thinning of ozone layers, spoiling rivers, seas, and underground resources. We still need to adapt to the environment. Human societies abundant in environment. We must not forget that the human being is first living space with other animals, species in an environment on which they are mutual depend. It is our responsibility to save our environment and earth and make the possibility of health and happily life there to run the life in healthy, happy way. We all need a healthy and natural environment. Continuously increasing human population adversely affects the forest. Human beings are cutting forests to a great extent for making their home to live securely. However, they do not think of the problems arise due to the lack of forest. It completely disturbs the natural cycle between environment and life on the part of on the earth. Because of the overpollution, the number of various chemical elements is increasing in the atmosphere, which ultimately causes irregular rainfall and global warming. We cannot imagine the negative effects of global over the climate and lives of human beings and other living species. Protect the atmospheres is the matter of high importance for all the present and future generation of mankind. This issue in depth has described the effect of globalization on the environment, both a result of the increasing integration of the world's economies through international trade in the context of multilateral international efforts to combat the most pressing global environmental problems. As we have discussed, a country disagrees over the nature and scope of the threats environment face and the way to deal with those threats with scientific, cultural, and economic consideration, all playing roles in this disagreement. The common themes running through this disagreement that are the trade-offs between economic development and environmental protection and between international cooperation and individual action. It is to promote people to change their attitudes toward the environment for making a safe future established to focus environment conditions and encourage people to be the active part of positive change in the environment on Earth in order to ensure the safe of future of our planet. The condition of our environment is getting declined day by day because of our pollution and global warming. We should celebrate and promote eco-friendly development in our country in order to save the environment for better future. We have only one planet to live on. It is our home, and only we are responsible to maintain its spread. The common understanding among people that is must to change their attitudes towards environmental issues to ensure the availability of a safer and more prosperous future to all the nations and peoples. Important environmental issues is present a framework for organizing environmental research and interrelatedness of environmental problems leads us to conclude that a new balance of research program may be helpful and many people have died because of the disease or disaster. It also affect the economics of the country. However, we need to reduce the global warming by using less gasoline, recycle, and human should help to reduce global warming. Instead of making the earth temperature increase, our generation should start taking care of the earth because in the next generation, they will suffer and we do not do reduce global warming. Therefore, global warming is a serious issue now. Environmental pollution is one of the biggest problems caused by human activities that we should overcome to see a tomorrow and guarantee our descendants a healthy life. People should know everything about all consequences of the environmental pollution in order to prevent the worst from happening. Let's protect the water we drink, the air we breathe, and the soil we use to grow our foods. Thank you for listening.